Admit it, you've watched the Superman movie and wanted to fly, or you've seen X-Men and wanted Wolverine claws or Cyclops laser vision. We can only sit back and dream about having superpowers, right? Well, what if I told you that scientists and inventors around the world are working on gadgets and gizmos to turn the ordinary into extraordinary? Many companies are inventing something new every day, some device or gadget that will let you experience a superpower. That's right, nifty contraptions that bring superpowers to the palm of your hand. Here are gadgets that will turn you into a superhero. Let's get it on! Fire shooter. Remember the Fantastic Four? More specifically, the Human Torch? Johnny Storm gained the ability to spontaneously ignite and shoot fireballs from his hands when his spacecraft was bombarded by cosmic rays. Fortunately, to gain his extraordinary ability, you don't need a near-lethal dose of gamma radiation. You just need the Pyro Mini Fire Shooter. The Pyro Mini works by igniting flash cotton and flash paper loaded into the shooter's two barrels. With the touch of a button, the highly flammable material ignites and bursts forth in a bright flame before quickly burning up. A detachable wristband secures the device discreetly under your sleeve and can appear to make flames seemingly appear from your hands just like Fire Mario. Flame on! Skeletonics Exoskeleton. In a world where superpowers can be matched by advanced tech, several heroes spring to mind. Iron Man with his arc reactor supersuit, Blue Beetle with his symbiotic scarab, and DC's Cyborg all make the list of heroes that use their armor for an added edge. If you're really determined to become a superhero, you shouldn't forget about getting super strength. Not now, Hulk. We were in the middle of a sentence. Where were we? Oh, yes. In a limited sense, real-world technology has already caught up with such science fiction imagination in the form of powered exoskeletons for medical, industrial, and military applications. Japanese company Skeletonics Inc. distinguishes itself by creating exoskeletons for recreation and entertainment purposes. Skeletonics exoskeletons extend the motions of the operator through purely mechanical means, thanks to their masterful construction. Their most recent model, the Skeletonics Arrive, in its default configuration stands over 9 feet tall and weighs a little over 88 pounds. Skeletonics' proprietary design in the shoulder of the exoskeleton allows a wide range of smooth arm motion. While a powered prototype is still in development, the future is bright for augmented exoskeletons. Jetfoiler. Norrin Radd, better known as the Silver Surfer, uses imbued cosmic power to travel through space on a flying silver surfboard. To recreate this ability, the engineers at Kai Concepts have recently unveiled their Jetfoiler, which utilizes both an electric motor and a hydrofoil for more efficient water-top cruising. The innovative electric machine hardly makes a sound and leaves no wake. The Jetfoiler combines the best of both electric and hydrofoil worlds, incorporating a motor directly into the hydrofoil of the surfboard. A remote control running from the board to your hand serves as the primary control mechanism, allowing you to adjust speed and direction. While already impressive, the Jetfoiler's most amazing feature is its optional cruise control, which kicks in once the rider reaches a certain speed. The machine allows the user to lean back onto the board and just enjoy a smooth, revolutionary trip across the surface of the water. Flyboard Air. The Green Goblin terrified audiences with his cackling laugh and versatile hover glider. It was this glider that helped him match the skill and agility of Spider-Man. Zapata Racing took this idea into the real world with the Flyboard Air. An amazing turbine-powered hoverboard is simultaneously one of the greatest and most terrifying inventions we've ever seen. It brings the 1960s dream of personal jetpacks to life in a package that's somewhere between a Segway, hoverboard, and, well, a jet. The Flyboard Air is billed as the safest, easiest, lightest, most maneuverable personal aviation system ever created. Most importantly, though, it just looks like a ridiculous amount of fun. You have a lever to control the Flyboard Air, managing thrust, elevation, and the ability to twist and turn. Despite the Flyboard Air being fitted with drone-like computing algorithms to keep the hoverboard stable, it also relies on the balance of the pilot to maintain stability. With a current maximum speed of 140 km kilometers per hour, maximum altitude of 150 meters, and a flight time of 6 minutes, the Flyboard Air is unlike anything else in its class. Refinements in engineering and design hope to push these limits out to make it commercially viable. This may not be the transportation of the future, but it sure looks like a good ride. What happens when a teenage Bitcoin millionaire has some spare time on his hands? Well, you get this nifty contraption. The 19-year-old Eric Finman made headlines not so long ago after creating a real-life functional version of Dr. Octopus's forearm prosthesis made for a young Marvel fan who suffers from hypermobility symptoms. The Exosuit would essentially aid him with various mobility tasks, and this is all thanks to the suit's 4 flexible tentacles that are powered by 8 electric motors controlled by the boy using microcontrollers. While something as advanced as this would usually cost tens of millions of dollars to build, Finman and his team decided to rely solely on 3D printing technology, to the extent of even building their own custom 3D printer. At the moment, the boy's impressive exoskeleton is only a prototype capable of lifting lightweight objects. However, it surely is a good sign of great things to come. According to Finman, he believes that with further refinements and modifications, the suit will one day lift objects as heavy as cars and have applications in various other industries. However, until then, we can only just wait patiently and be hopeful of great things to come. Infinity Gauntlet. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Gauntlet is incredibly powerful. It enables the owner to use the power of 6 Infinity Stones at once, with the possibility of even combining the powers of all the stones if necessary. Whilst the Gauntlet is very likely one of the most powerful fictional gadgets out there, inventors and scientists haven't yet been able to create something quite like it. Moreover, there are a number of gadgets in the world that are able to replicate or else do things very similar to the power of the Infinity Stones. For example, as we speak, scientists are creating a headset known as the Alter Ego that's literally able to hear your internal voice and communicate with others, as well as gadgets without the need of opening your mouth or making any sort of movement. Whilst it seems to be something out of science fiction, it surprisingly has a 92% accuracy, despite the gadget's early stages of production. That's the Mind Stone for you. As for the Time Stone, while slowing down time and eternal life are currently impossible, cryosleep is currently in the works, which would enable the ordinary human being like you and I to freeze themselves in special refrigerators for many years, and then eventually wake up in the future in the same state as they were before freezing. Finally, as for the Power Gem, well, in relation to previous gadgets we mentioned, exoskeletons are not too far away from reality. They allow the user to enhance physical strength and durability, along with many other great benefits that wouldn't be physically possible without it. At this point, only 3 of the stones have similar gadget counterparts. However, I'm more than confident that other gadgets are in the making that will carry similar powers to the other stones, and we promise that we'll be the first to tell you about them. But until then, we'll just let Thanos do his thing. Psst. Hey, you still there? Well, since you made it this far, here are all the shoutouts we promised everyone that commented on our previous video. If you want to be shouted out in our next upcoming video and all the ones prior to that, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave a comment down below saying "Pick me," as well as all our future videos, and your name will forever be featured on our videos for everyone to see.